So I thought I would just read to you the sales page of our 2 Tantra trainings coming up. One is to be a therapist, so it's learning to give sexual yoni, lingam, dearmoring to somebody else in a professional capacity. So it's not like a neo-Tantra training. For couples, it's really learning to be a therapist of this work. And the second training in Portugal, that'll be in a different video, that's a solo Tantra practice. It's really learning to increase the activation of energy that we have in our body to share with other people. So I'm going to read you both of these texts. The first one in this video. Sexual energy is sacred and valuable. This training teaches us to cultivate sexual energy for healing, transformation, and manifestation purposes. We learn sexual sovereignty so that Kundalini may activate and ascend through both spiritual and sexual practices. Trauma must be transformed before this can happen, so we learn various dearmoring techniques combined with pleasure and sensuality. Ultimately, we are learning how to make consciousness sacred and our sexuality spiritual, so we access heightened and altered states of awareness. Learning yoni and lingam dearmoring professionally and with integrity allows us to embody the spiritual knowledge, the origin of these practices, within a safe and sacred container. Sexual dearmoring is the most beneficial and transformational practice that I know of to support people in healing from trauma while finding a genuine relationship to their spirituality, providing it is taught from a genuine tantric perspective. It's vitally important that during these practices we learn not to give others our sexual energy or to take energy from others, leaving them or ourselves depleted after sessions, relieved but often depleted. It is also essential that we are learning to activate sexual energy from higher spiritual dimensions and not from our personal shadow or lustful desires. This training is designed to teach us deeper meanings within Tantra, how to create sexual sovereignty within ourselves, and how to support someone else to do the same. Many topics are covered, including orgasm, ejaculation, and non-ejaculation, and the differences between them in a man and a woman. We focus on depth and the embodiment of knowledge, allowing knowledge to evolve into embodied truth. In the School of Energetic Bodywork, we promote Tantra as a path to transcending suffering while experiencing bliss within duality, a path to waking up within our illusion of separation, opposed to the monastic path of escaping the illusion, our reality, through experiencing samadhi, an enlightened state where we leave this plane of existence. You could say that Tantra is wisdom, any spoken or written wisdom that supports the waking up to the innate state of oneness which we all share, while embracing both separation and individuality is a Tantra. In any Kundalini bodywork practice, we weave between many truths that eventually lead us to an all-encompassing paradoxical truth in which our body is the mystery school that we are invited to explore and expand life and consciousness through. In these trainings, we expand on both dearmoring and self-dearmoring, moving into sexual and tantric dearmoring. A large part of this work is naked with oil and involves both giving and receiving genital touch in the most respectful way. No previous massage or tantric training is necessary, but is beneficial. In this training, we focus on increasing pleasure and moving energy over muscular and fascia work, while physical touch is seen as an art form in this work and in this sense is an integral part of the practice. Dearmoring in Kundalini bodywork is taught as the process of transforming pain into pleasure, which transforms the vibration of the body while programming universal law into the body. Much can be achieved with close-on dearmoring, and in tantric dearmoring, deeper traumas within the body can be found and transformed, and pleasure can increase, further resensitizing the nervous system, thus inviting in lost parts of ourself and higher dimensions of consciousness back into the body. One of the best ways to heal our sexual trauma is by embracing the abused parts of our psyche through our sexuality, healing, reclaiming, and liberating it in a healthy way. Self-sexual dearmoring is a transformative practice, and working with a trained practitioner can take us much deeper. We approach this work from the spiritual perspective of achieving high eros gamos with the self, so divine union with the self by balancing the masculine and feminine energies within the body. Although the work can be fun and laughter should always be encouraged, the core of the work is deeply profound and sacred and should always be respected as such. The course is suitable for people on a self-development journey and professional practitioners who work or wish to work with sexual energy and sexual trauma. If you have suffered severe sexual trauma, please let us know before so that we can offer you extra support when needed. Modern Western or Neo-Tantra can be described as 5 colours. Purple or Black Tantra, which is sexual penetration and magic with a K. Pink Tantra, Neo-Tantra or Kinky Tantra, a Tantra that supports shadow work, embracing all parts of the human experience, not rejecting aspects of the self, seeing all life as sacred. Red Tantra, which is sensual and physical practices to raise consciousness. White Tantra, deity yoga and tantric embodiment practices to realize higher dimensional aspects of the self within our physical bodies through meditation, mantra, prayer, and similar practices. Green Tantra, this has no specific practice other than being of the heart, so very present and central to the other 4 colours. Although no sexual penetration between a man's lingam and a woman's yoni takes place in these trainings, all aspects of all 5 colours of Tantra are present in the training. Magic relates to the manifestation of our intentions, and penetration to the penetration of higher consciousness. This course is not kinky, but we are invited to look into our shadow with non-dual psychology to find the aspects of the self that need to transform. Acceptance of our shadows leads to transformation and pleasure in the body. Pleasure in the body can also lead to an acceptance that transforms our shadows. As people are different, we learn to work both ways. So this is for our training that's coming up in Denmark. You need a practice partner to come. We support you to find one if you don't have one. Right now, the 600 off is an early bird discount. I think it's going to be an amazing training. This work really changed my life, and I'm happy to share it. I've been doing it for years. I'm quite good, and you can look at the testimonials or talk to past students.